we didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know when it was going to happen.
It was a gamble because we didn't know who was going to win, and we wanted to be in the right place at the right time.
Hey, yes, I can hear you. Hi, copy that, thank you. Wow. So loud. Wow.
From election headquarters here in New York with our reporters out covering races everywhere you want to be, including in Pennsylvania. A lot to talk about there, where our NBC News correspondent Dasha Burns is.
We started our day at around 1 p.m. The way that the network handles these really big events is they sort of stagger correspondents. So someone takes an early shift, a midday shift, a late shift. So our on-TV hours were from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. Throughout the day, we had a lot of developments. One of those was the story coming out of Luzerne County about the lack of printer paper for ballots.
From what I understand, they were trying to give out provisional ballots at some places, but they were also running out of those because obviously, you're not going to have as many provisional ballots as you are regular ballots. Yeah.
So while we were on TV, sort of doing big picture, we were also getting that reporting. Once we got that reporting, we got that on the air. We are just hearing out of Luzerne County, which is on the other side of the state, northeastern Pennsylvania, where our team has actually spent a whole lot of time. I started to get calls from voters this morning saying that they were running out of printer paper. And we just got out of a call with a county council member there that says, indeed, there's been a widespread paper shortage, which means that some voters don't have ballots at their location, so they can't vote.
Being a producer never looks the same day to day, so you're kind of doing a mix of logistics and editorials. So Dasha is doing a lot of the shoe leather reporting to get our stories to air, but when she's on TV and can't take those calls, I'm taking them.
Producer here, you'll see my earpiece in so I can listen to the show while Dasha's about to go live on air. And this year, I have an AirPod so I can be talking to the control room during the show. And Dasha's about to go, so before this hit, we prepped editorial, we prepped logistics, we got some sound bites ready for her to throw to during this hit, and there she goes, so I'm gonna go pay attention.
By far, my favorite part of covering an election, especially on election night, is actually being there for the results.
There's a lot that goes into deciding where we're going to be on election night. Editorially, Dasha has done a lot of really good work covering the Fetterman campaign, so we felt like that was the place to be last night.
I mean, just like all of America that's been watching this race, we've been watching too, and we've been covering it, and we have also been on the edge of our seats, especially in this very tight Senate race. I think people might not realize how sort of hurry up and wait election night is. Part of the challenge is there are those slow moments. You do start to lose steam at, 1 a.m. Abby, what time is it? 12:48 a.m. And we're a little rough around the edges here. It's been a long day, and we are still here waiting for Fetterman to come out and speak. We know Oz already spoken. Oh my gosh. They're bringing out the podium, which we think means he might come out and talk. Suddenly, things are happening and you're getting a million calls on your 5 different cell phones that you're holding in your hand, and a race is being called and you need to rush in front of the camera. You need to jump into action and be ready to go in this sort of high pressure situation.
We have a big call to make. NBC News projects that John Fetterman will prevail in that hotly contested Pennsylvania Senate race. Dasha, there got to be a good mood going on there after this race was called for John Fetterman.
Yeah, Savannah, the energy very quickly changed from very sleepy in this room to absolutely electric. Here we are. John Fetterman will be the next U.S. Senator. Savannah?
All right, Dasha Burns, thank you very much.
It felt really gratifying to be in the right place at the right time as the race was called and to have our hard work really pay off.
We wanted to take it over the finish line, and last night we got to do that, which felt really amazing. We've been reporting on this race since early this year. So we started looking at Pennsylvania back in January.
Looking at the scope of our work over the last year, we did some really strong work reporting on John Fetterman, and that felt like the right place to close out the race last night. And it worked out because he won and we were there in that moment.
Thank you, Pennsylvania. Thank you so much.
That moment when the race was called, when we weren't expecting it, just the rush that you get when news breaks that you've been a part of for so long, there's nothing like it. It's such a huge thrill.
You know, this work looks really glamorous and seems like magic when it all comes in front of the camera, but it takes a lot of hard work on the part of Dasha, on the part of myself, on the part of our crew, our photographers, our audio guys, the people back at 30 Rock.
It takes a village, and that village is really, really special. And the way that all of these folks work together, we had an amazing team with us on the ground on election night.
It's really worth it in the end to be able to tell these stories, to be able to go on the adventures that we get to go on, and to meet the people and see the places that some people never get to see. So it's worth it to do this work, and it's really fun, and it really pays off, but it is grueling. And last night was worth it. Best friends.